My name is Adil Rahman. I'm an investigative journalist, and when I rented apartment 17B, the rent was suspiciously cheap. The agent swore there were no previous tenant issues, but he said it way too quickly. No one in the building ever said hello. No one even bothered to ask my name, and they all had this strange habit: they'd walk past the large, ornate mirror in the hallway without ever looking at it. Inside my apartment, the bathroom mirror was old and rectangular, the edges fogged with age. That first night, as I was brushing my teeth, I leaned in closer to get a better look, and my reflection blinked. I hadn't. My heart hammered against my ribs. A split second later, it copied my every move perfectly. I told myself it was just stress, maybe sleep deprivation. But as I turned to leave the bathroom, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. My reflection turned away a fraction of a second after I did. Over the next few days, the delay got worse. Half a second, then a full second, then two. It started doing things on its own. Sometimes, my reflection would hold a smile long after I'd stopped. Other times, it would just stare, unmoving. Even as I walked around the room, I tried to stop using mirrors altogether, but reflections are everywhere. They follow you. In the dark glass of a TV screen, the polished surface of a toaster, the window of a passing car. I started catching glimpses of myself doing things I hadn't done yet. Driven by a journalist's instinct, I dug through the city archives and found an old newspaper article from 10 years ago. The headline read, "Local man found dead, no reflection, recorded on CCTV." The man had collapsed in a shopping mall. Security footage showed shoppers gathering around him, but in the polished glass walls of the stores, where his reflection should have been, there was nothing, an empty space. The article mentioned his last known address, apartment 17B. My apartment. I confronted my neighbor, an elderly woman named Mrs. Kamal. She wouldn't let me inside her apartment, just peered at me through the crack in the door. "You've started disappearing, haven't you?" she asked, her voice a low whisper. "What are you talking about?" I demanded. "The mirror," she hissed. "It doesn't steal you all at once. It practices first." A chill snaked down my spine. "Steals me how?" But she just slammed the door in my face, and I heard the bolt slide home. That night, I forced myself to stand in front of the bathroom mirror again. I stood perfectly still. My reflection did not. It slowly lifted a hand and pressed its palm flat against the glass from its side. Then it smiled. It wasn't my smile. It was a cold, knowing one. I stumbled back, my heart pounding in my throat. The reflection leaned closer, its face just inches from mine on the other side of the glass. Its lips moved, forming words with no sound, but somehow, I understood exactly what it was saying. "Your turn is almost over." I started losing time. Hours would just vanish. I'd come to my senses and find my apartment completely rearranged. My phone was the worst. It was filled with photos I never took. Photos of me, asleep in my own bed. Photos taken from the mirror's angle, and in some of them, my eyes were wide open, staring straight into the lens. I pieced it all together from old police reports, hushed whispers from other tenants, and my own mounting fear. The mirror was a doorway. Your reflection wasn't you. It was something else, something learning how to replace you. And once it had practiced enough, it would cross over, and you would become the reflection, trapped, watching, waiting for your chance to practice on someone new. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the bathroom mirror began to fog up on its own, but my reflection remained perfectly clear. It stepped forward, and the surface of the glass rippled like water. A hand came through, then an arm. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. The reflection grabbed my wrist. Its grip was ice cold and impossibly heavy. It was real. As it pulled itself out of the mirror, I felt myself being dragged in. The world flipped upside down. Cold glass pressed against my back as I fell backward into the mirror. Time doesn't move the same way inside a reflection. I watched my double, now wearing my body, adjust its clothes, practice my expressions in the glass, and perfect the sound of my voice. Before it left the bathroom, it turned, looked right at me, and waved. I pounded on the glass, but there was no sound. No escape, just watching. 2 weeks later, apartment 17B was rented again. I saw the new tenant complain to the building manager. "The bathroom mirror is weird," he said. "It feels like someone's watching me." The management replaced it, and the old mirror in my prison was thrown away. But reflections don't need glass forever, because sometimes, late at night, the new tenant swears he sees someone behind his own eyes, watching, waiting, practicing.